Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Lenovo IdeaPad S415 Touch model 20319. Alright, so this has an aftermarket battery. Anyways, to remove the battery, you pull these two tabs to the side, it pops up like that, and then you can lift it slightly, and then you kind of gotta wiggle it to pull it out this way. It has these little nubs here that slot into this spot. Alright, next thing we're going to do is to get these screws out. So under these feet there are two screws. Oh, so this kind of pops up that way, and then this you gotta pop out that way. It has these little rubber things that are supposed to stay slotted in there, but it came out, so I gotta try and push that back in. I might have to go from the other side and then pull it through, so we'll figure that out in a bit. Alright, you got two more rubber feet here that you can pull those out. And let's go ahead and remove all the screws. We're using a JIS1 or PH1 screwdriver. Alright, and we're just going to take them all out. You want to keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and length. So the way you do that, put them flat side down like that on your desk in the pattern you remove them. Alright, so we got there's 3 silver screws underneath the battery. And then you got these 2 black screws, one on each side under these rubber feet. Okay, and then you got 3 in the middle here as well. Okay, also this has a warranty or tamper resistant sticker. Technically it shouldn't be able to void your warranty, at least in certain states. I don't know if that's everywhere, but anyways, we're gonna continue removing all the screws. If this video helps you out, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, now that we got all the screws out, we're going to remove the bottom cover here. Okay, so we'll rotate it this way. You can see we can get in this gap here. So we're going to try and pop this out. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't pop out that way. So we might have to go from here. Let's see, get my fingernails in there. Okay, and I'm pushing with my thumb on the palm rest. Don't push on the touchpad because you don't want to risk pushing that into the computer. You can see now it's opened up. Okay, once we got that opened, I'm gonna pull on this cover and then I'm gonna slide my fingernail in the little gap there between the case, and it's actually popping out just like that. Okay, I'm gonna go around to this side and do the same thing, lift it up and run it along the side. Oh, that side, this side doesn't seem to come out, so maybe we can open it just by lifting from this side and kind of wiggling it. Yep. Right, so wiggle it around and there we go. Okay, so here we have RAM. It was upgraded. Let me actually get a thumbnail here, so I'm going to zoom in. Alright, and get that lined up. Okay, we do need to get this rubber piece back in, so I'm going to get that lined back up there. And you can see how the rubber piece comes in through these holes, so you got to just pull that back through. Okay. Alright, this one, grab it, and then you gotta kind of wiggle it and pull it through. Alright, so this is how the rubber pieces hold in place, okay? And the other side has the same thing. Okay, anyways, we'll set that aside. So we're just gonna take a quick look inside. There's a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive here. It looks like this metal guide things are part of the bracket, but there's 2 screws there, okay? So if you want to remove this, it's a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive. You can upgrade this to 2.5-inch SATA SSD, which I highly recommend. SSDs make a huge difference. Right, after you remove the 2 screws, we can lift this slightly up, and basically we're gonna kind of wiggle and pull this back. Be careful because the wireless antennas are here. You might have to actually take the wireless antennas out to get this hard drive or SSD out. Let's see, we're gonna try and wiggle this and pull it back, and it's pulling on the wire, so just be careful. It looks like you can lift it up to go over, and then we can continue wiggling it, and there we go. So you don't have to actually take the wireless antennas out, which is good. All right, there's 2 screws here and 2 screws on the other side holding this metal bracket around the outside of the hard drive. So if you want, again, you can transfer this bracket over to a 2.5-inch SATA SSD or a larger hard drive or whatever you're trying to do if you're trying to just replace the hard drive. And then you can do that. Make sure the wires go out around back there. Okay, I'm just quickly showing what's inside. Okay, so This computer was going super slow. It only had 4 gigs of RAM. There's only one slot here. Pull the 2 tabs to the side. It pops up like that, and you can pull it out. It is a PC3L12800S stick of RAM. And again, we upgraded it to 8 gigs. It only had 4 gigs earlier. All right, the CMOS BIOS RTC real-time clock batteries right here, soldered to the motherboard, which sucks because if you need to replace it, you need to be able to solder to put a new one. Fan is here, fan connector. This is the LCD LVDS connector. If you're going to mess with this cable, make sure after disconnecting the battery that you open the laptop and press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds to drain any residual power. You got this little connector here, which is for the, what do you call these? Activity lights or whatever. Okay, speakers, both of them here connected right there, one that way, one going this way. Okay, these are held in with 2 screws on each speaker. You got this big connector flat ribbon cable with a flip latch, so this has a little flip latch that you can flip up to pull the cable out, right? Same thing with that one. Once you flip it up, you can slide it out easily. There's the SD card slot, headphone jack, and the 2 USB ports attached to that. You also have the DC jack charge port connector here. This one you should be able to kind of just lift and wiggle it out. Yeah, you probably need to use some pliers or something to get a better grip of it, or you can get the charger in here and then you can kind of tilt it to wiggle it to loosen it a little. But yeah, I don't want to rip it out because I believe there's some adhesive here, but it plugs right there, so easy to replace charge port. CPU soldered to the motherboard. It's underneath this heatsink, which pulls the heat out and blows it that way. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and reassemble this thing. Not really much to this laptop, but yeah, hopefully now you can upgrade it to an SSD and upgrade the RAM. Right, we're gonna get this back in. We're gonna start with this side because that's what we took out first last time. So make sure you get everything lined up. All right, it might be a little tricky. Then work your way around, click everything down. Oh, make sure it clicks down. There we go. Alright, and then we'll just get all the screws back in, and that's pretty much it for this. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, if it did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. If you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. Other than that, that's pretty much it. You're welcome to stay as I get the rest of these screws back in and then put the little rubber feet back. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get the last few screws in. Okay. Get this one. Alright. Get these in. Screws. And then we'll push the rubber feet back in. The rubber feet are a little bit difficult to put back in, but basically what you do is you slide this piece back as far as it goes till it hits, and then just push back down. Same thing, slide that back, push that down, slide this over to the inside, and then push that, slide this over. Oh, why is this one stuck out? Make sure it goes in. Am I gonna have to open this back up to fix that? It doesn't want to go back in. I think this one, the rubber piece got pulled out a little, so I gotta make sure it goes back in. Come on. There we go. Okay, I think it got pulled too far. All right, so then push that back in and then push that down. And then battery goes in slightly at an angle to get those little bumps in, and then you swing it back down and click it back into place. Lock that, and that's it. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.